What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, NFL content. So, as you know, we are back. You can check us out at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. NFL is back. We are into the preseason. We've seen training camp for a couple of weeks. We've got some tips and tricks for you guys. So, I know some of you have already drafted multiple teams, which is completely fine. A lot of you have done mock drafts, which is fantastic, but a lot of people make mistakes when drafting. They only draft with their heart. They don't draft with stats. We have 20 things to know before you do all of your drafts, but hopefully if you're still into more drafts, we've got some things. So through training camp, through injuries, through some sources on Twitter, some beat writers, we have 20 stats for you guys, players that could make an impact, and we kind of want to go through that here. So a lot of you guys have been asking if we're bringing fantasy football content back. Yes, so we have a bunch of content for season-long drafts, which you can find at FantasyTeamAdvisors.com. Hover over NFL. We have season projections here. We've broken down the season projections from each position, and we've done half-point PPR, full PPR, and standard scoring for each position. So if you want to look at that, definitely check that out. We will have Vegas odds this year. Our NFL Bacon Station is coming along well. Just kind of look at this real quick. I don't know how much you can see on here. But yeah, so this is back. This is what you guys are used to. And, well, this will need to be updated. These are all 2021 as of now. First few weeks will be 2021. So we'll go through that. That is an every week type thing, which you guys are used to. So we will go through that there. At some point, we have cheat sheets. We do have optimal lineups, and we are bringing sports betting back to the site. So any comments, questions, concerns, hit that link down below. You can comment, or you can check out this article, which is in the description. And stick around after this because we will discuss some things. You can get FTA Plus right now. It is we're doing monthly pass. We're doing monthly plus sports betting. Season pass is $99. That's the early bird special. After the first week of kickoff, this will go up to $299. So definitely get in there if you want. We are back. So getting right to it, you can go through here. A lot of these can be used for, these can be used for best ball as well. That's pretty much a new thing on the DFS site. So Fanduel, DraftKings have done best ball. I think DraftKings did it last year, did not do it before. I think this is the first year for Fanduel. And if you have not checked out Drafters yet, you definitely need to check out Drafters. They are the original snake draft DFS. We've won a ton of money. We've talked about it before. You can use our link right here, sign up. If you sign up and deposit, you will get a free month of content from us as long as you can prove you signed up. So that being said, let's get into what this is about. So preseason is underway, multiple players. Like I said, we've got 20 facts that you need to know before drafting. So number one, the Steelers are said to want to reduce Najee Harris's snaps by 10 to 15% this entire season. Looking at that, he is going pretty high in drafts. You might just keep in mind that they're looking to kind of scale back him a little bit. So we're not going to see what we saw last year, supposedly. So into that mind, he's a really high draft pick there. That is something to look at. Number two, Ronald Jones is a cut candidate heading into the final 2 weeks of camp. Rojo, we're used to in Tampa Bay. Brady connection there. He is a cut candidate. So this is why I don't like drafting until the first week of September or a week before the season starts, because there's a lot of things that can happen between then and now. Like maybe you saw Zach Wilson get drafted multiple times in different leagues. As of the making of this video, we don't know if it's a torn ACL or it's just a hurt knee. Suffered that last night, so that's why it's best to wait unless you have Dynasty. If you have a redraft league or like a keeper league, not Dynasty, it's best to wait as long as possible there. Number three is Kareem Hunt does return to the Browns camp after a tiny slight holdout, wanting to get traded. Whether or not that's him there, he's got to be on the team. The QB situation that's going on, we're looking at that, and there's no way the Browns let him go. Just with Deshaun Watson most likely will be gone this entire year. they'll need to lean on their running backs here. So I see Kareem Hunt here. Maybe he gets a bump in salary. We don't know. Maybe he gets a new contract. We'll see. But Kareem Hunt definitely should and will be with the Browns this season. Number 4 is A.J. Dillon has seen a major passing game work upgrade so far. If you do miss out on Aaron Jones, I feel confident you can take A.J. Dillon. He's not like a touchdown vulture type player. He is going to make an impact, whether or not that's on the ground or in the air. I would be confident having him as my running back to your flex option there, regardless. And he is obviously one injury away from being RB1 there. With Devontae Adams leaving and the wide receiver core not as potent as we're used to there, we definitely could see A.J. Dillon being utilized a lot. I'm not going to say he's like a Deebo Samuel, but he's pretty close. We'll just kind of leave it at that. Number 5 is Mike Evans suffered a minor hamstring injury in training camp. It seems like he has a hamstring injury or issues every preseason, comes back, and as long as he doesn't get a major injury, he's a contributing factor there. So I'm not concerned at all with him. Number 6, Isaiah Pacheco has a real shot at running back 2 role in Kansas City. Although we do know the running back role in Kansas City is not the best, just because Mahomes likes to run and he likes to pass a little bit more. But with Tyreek Hill being gone, we could see a little bit more utilization out of the running back roles. Just got to make sure it's not a running back by committee there. Number 7, speaking of a 3-headed backfield, it's forming in Buffalo. Zach Moss has been running with the first-team offense very often in camp. And the problem is when you are drafting the Bills, you're not really drafting their running backs. Because, again, each week, anything can happen with the running backs. We know who Josh Allen is. We know he can pass the ball. He can run. He can put up a ton of points. That's why we have Josh Allen as our number 1 option, ranked number 1 in everything we've done so far for rankings, tiers, everything. The problem is the running back by committee here. It's good for DFS if you can choose the correct running back for that week. So definitely pay attention there. I'm very low on the running backs for Buffalo this season. Number 8, other minor injuries to look at, but again, we still have just about a month until the season starts. Kadarius Toney has got a knee problem. We saw that he was breakout candidate last year. Then they talked about trading him this offseason, so kind of crazy there, but he's got a little minor knee injury. Melvin Gordon foot. Supposedly Melvin Gordon and Javonte are supposed to be about a 60-40, is it 60-40 split, I think, or closer to a 50-50 split. So looking at that situation, really don't know who we'd want to draft there. And then Russell Gage does have a leg injury, but should probably be good to go there. Number 9, J.K. Dobbins is on track to return for week 1. He is the clear number 1 back in Baltimore. But again, this could be a running back by committee, just if they want to scale back his workload or kind of ease him into the, becoming who they want him to be. Plus, on top of that, you've got Lamar who runs it as well. So kind of pay attention to that. Number 10, rookie Tyler Algier has been the most consistent runner in Falcons camp. This is definitely something to monitor. We don't know what's going to happen with the running back situation there. So that is something to look at. You might be able to get him in later rounds, or he might even be a waiver wire pickup. Just depends on how the next couple of weeks go. Number 11, Eno Benjamin so far is winning the running back number 2 role over Darrell Williams in Cardinals camp. If you're looking for a late round flyer at running back, that is. Number 12, I don't think that this shouldn't come as a surprise, but Baker Mayfield has established himself as the clear QB1 there in Carolina. Sam Darnold, probably going to be that backup quarterback here. Number 13, Matthew Stafford is managing an arm issue. Now, we don't know the severity of it because one side says it's a major issue. The other side says it's not a big issue at all. He will play through it. Coming off the Super Bowl, we know this is something to pay attention to. probably, a lot of people are going to want to take Stafford as your quarterback because he's got those options to throw to and should be a high-flying offense again this year. This is something to monitor about the next month to kind of go through the motions, see how he does in training camp. So definitely follow us, follow people on Twitter, beat writers. That is how you find the best options there. If you follow Twitter, that's where you're going to find the best fantasy football news that you need, along with fantasyteamadvisors.com. Number 14, Elijah Mitchell is the clear-cut number one running back in 49ers camp, but I would definitely try to handcuff Trey Sermon with him because we know that Mitchell does have a history of injuries. Can't really say anything about Trey Sermon because I believe his first run, I think they said his first run in the first preseason game yesterday matched his career total. Obviously, he got hurt as well. So definitely Elijah Mitchell is that number one, but you would need to circle back and kind of handcuff Sermon if you can. Speaking of 49ers, Brandon Ayuk has been the best player there. We know Deebo Samuel, he got his new contract. Supposedly, they don't want to use him as much for running back like they did, so that kind of takes down his value a little bit. But Ayuk here could be I think people are going to take Deebo pretty early, just based on the fact of what he did last year. And then we could be looking at Ayuk in later rounds, and he could have a breakout better year this year. Number 16, Mitch Trubisky has been the best QB option here. All signs, every single sign that I've read points to Trubisky being the Steelers' week 1 starter, but sources say within camp that his leash is pretty short there. They've got other QB options, as we know. So that is something. I don't think Trubisky's going to be drafted in most of your leagues. You could pick him up as a backup just in case. But he, as of right now, currently the number one option and should be starting, barring any type of injury during this season. Number 17, Rondale Moore will have a large role in 2022, according to Cliff Kingsbury, but we do know that DeAndre Hopkins or Nuke will be suspended. He will be back. Once he is back, that's where the Moore situation, we don't know how it's going to handle. So it will really depend on the first few weeks how Moore handles it. If he's good, he probably will be in the schematics for the rest of the year. Number 18, rookie tight end Daniel Bellinger is currently the clear-cut favorite for tight end 1 so far in Giants camp. He is definitely a late-round flyer, especially if you miss out on the big 5. So you miss out on Mark Andrews, Travis Kelce, Kyle Pitts. Who am I missing? It depends. If you miss out on the big names the first few rounds, Bellinger's probably goes under the radar there, and you can get him later rounds if you are looking for a tight end. Number 19, KJ Hamler is on track to play week 1. Could quickly become Russell Wilson's favorite target this year with the injuries that the Broncos have in the past. Russell Wilson coming in. It seems like Russell Wilson always finds his favorite target and will try to feed it to him as much as possible, a la Tyler Lockett for the past few seasons there, even with DK Metcalf being there as well. And number 20, Jahan Dotson has been the best player so far for the Commanders during this training camp, and we'll get into the preseason games. But looking at that, I do think he could have a big year, especially with McLaurin. When he's healthy, he's going to be taking the double teams off of other players there. So Dotson could become a very, very good option when you're looking outside for a wide receiver 3 or bench player or a flex option there. So those are 20 things to know before you guys draft today, tomorrow, or in the future. Any questions, let me know down below. If this video gets, let's say, 50 likes on it, we will give out a free season pass to if it gets 50 likes and you guys comment 50 comments, we will give you one person will get a free season pass there. Season pass right now is $99, which is preseason, and after the season starts, it will go up to $299 there. You can definitely check us out for a monthly pass as well. We do Fanduel and DraftKings cash and GPP lineups. If you do monthly DFS plus sports betting, you get our sports betting as well. So you can kind of see we've got it out. This will be fine-tuned a little bit, but any week there's usually anywhere between 1 to 10 bets. Mostly, I don't think there was ever a week that we only had one bet, to be completely honest with you. So we'll go through all the weeks, all the bets. They can be point spread, money line, over-unders, and definitely love our favorite prop bets. We won a ton of money for you guys and ourselves doing prop bets. Our biggest week, I believe we won $1,500. We did 3 prop bets. It was my favorite one has been, it's at least on Fanduel. I don't know if DraftKings has brought this yet, but doing like Cooper Kupp to score a touchdown and the Rams to win. And then I parlay that with McLaren to score a touchdown and the Commanders to win. And, Kyle Pitts to score a touchdown and the Falcons to win. And then the odds are astronomical. Put $25 on that. Usually came out to about $500 a piece. So super excited for bets like that. Those will be every single season. So expect a lot of fantasy football content. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com is back. We are solely focusing on season-long and NFL DFS for all of your fantasy football needs. So that's all I've got for you. If this YouTube channel, if we can get up to, I think we need 90 more subscribers to hit that next big milestone. If we can get that, one lucky person will be randomly chosen to receive a season-long NFL pass as well. So that's what I've got for you guys. Good luck in your drafts. Let me know if you guys have already drafted, and let's see your teams. Good luck. Let's bring up some bacon. Peace.